wages, right? So generally right now we have kind of two conversations about this wage issue. Either we talk about we deserve a raise or hard work should be rewarded, because that's what a paycheck is, right? You're wandering along down the street and you're like, oh, my paycheck, yay! Where does the money to pay people come from? It's not a trick, it's just capitalism. Where does the money to pay people come from?
Other people buying things?
Their work, right? The work that they do, that is where the money comes from. You don't pay somebody $7.25 an hour unless you make $7.26 at least off their labor. That's just capitalism. So what this conversation does is it forces us into a situation where we're the plaintiff supplicants and we're like, please, Mr. Boss Man or lady, but man, let's face it, pay me more. And then he or she, but really he, is like, yes. And we're like, so nice. Or he is like, no. And we're like, asshole. And that's it. That's the conversation we get to have. What this does is it eclipses from view the fact that money does not come from the magical money pockets of the quote-unquote job creators, which is an intentionally selected frame to mirror that biblical kind of creation. The other way we have this argument that makes me want to shoot myself is we should raise wages because it will boost the economy. People will be customers in our stores. It will grow the GDP. Which tells us that the objective of public policy is what? If our argument is we should do this because it will grow the economy, then the point of doing things is what? What's the objective? Profit. Grow the economy. Do you know what else grows the economy? Me walking down the street and breaking all the car windows grows the economy. Bombing people grows the economy. Lots of things grow the economy. That should not be the metric by which progressives are promoting public policy. By the way, there's this thing, I don't know if you've heard of it, it's called climate change. Don't know if that's come up. But anybody who is promoting a progressive policy and having the payoff be that it grows the economy should be liable for malpractice. That's not an argument we should be making. We have seen over the last few decades unprecedented economic growth coupled with completely unconscionable and unsupportable inequality. Growing the economy does not actually help most people. So the fact that we have trapped ourselves in an argument in which the other side says, we love the economy best, and the way you make sweet love to the economy is by giving rich people more money. And we say, no, we love the economy best. The way that you make sweet love to the economy is by paying workers 15 more cents and only beating them on Tuesdays. If that is the debate that we are having, we are screwed. Because regardless of what is true, and yes, I am familiar with what is true. Remember that facts thing? Irrelevant. Doesn't matter. Even though it is true that progressive economic policies actually are better for the economy, that's not our brand strength. Our brand is people. So why would we be having a debate in which we lost before we started talking? So what can we say about wages? Well, we've been experimenting, and you'll hear it today in some of the messaging, with this idea of a return on work, which helpfully conforms to the acronym ROW. Imagine a future, a happy, bright future, when the world is not on fire and everything is not a raging pit of hell. Trying to be optimistic for you. Happy tomorrow. Yeah, it's a stretch for me. Where the kinds of people who feel completely comfortable having discussions about ROI, return on investment, happily talk about ROW. Why is the return on work so low at Walmart? And why is it so much better at Costco? Where is that money going? Right? This is a figure that firms calculate. It's called per person productivity. They keep it a secret. They don't tell us about it. But there's a certain amount of money made per person hour. And then there's a certain amount of money paid per person hour. What is the difference there? Let's have a conversation about that instead of forcing low-wage folks into the supplicant position. Does that make sense?